Newark, praying that they make me laugh. Well, one day I happened to be on a show I don't watch that much, called The Tonight Show, and the host at that point was Conan O'Brien, and he gets on there and he says, imagine me, I'm watching this show, and they come on and say, I hear Newark, New Jersey has an innovative new healthcare program. And I'm spitting up. This is phenomenal, because we had a new healthcare program where we brought together an uncommon coalition, pharmaceutical industry, we brought together with philanthropists, with local primary care physicians, and I'm all pumped up. In fact, I promise you, if you haven't had this experience before, one day you're going to see yourself on national TV and you'll do the reflexive thing, which is to go for your phone to call your mother. And so I'm about to dial my mom. I got her on speed dial. And then he continues, and he says, but I think the best healthcare program for the city of Newark would be a bus ticket out of town. Thank you. It was awful. And I didn't reach for my phone. I reached for my chubby hubby. And so, but then I suddenly got upset. And I opened my laptop. I said, how many people just listened to that lie? And I saw that the Tonight Show at that point, I think, had 2.5 million viewers. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. I've got 1.5 million people following me on Twitter. I've got hundreds of thousands of people connected to on Facebook. I said, wait a minute. And so I went back to my desk in City Hall, and I had a 20-something, a millennial, with some little camera like this one. And I hate when people like post pictures of me and I'm looking stupid. Like, and then it's like you could do a guy a solid. Like Photoshop a big afro on him. Help me out. I'm so single. Help me out. And so I go there and I have the person film me, and I'm at my desk, I'm very serious, very angry, and I say, I'm Cory Booker, I'm the mayor of the city of Newark, New Jersey. I brag about the city. Conan O'Brien has insulted the city of Newark, and by the power invested in me, by the people of the great city of Newark, I now hereby place Conan O'Brien on the no-fly list at Newark Airport. I said you were banned from EWR, and the last thing I said was try JFK, buddy. And we put the video up online. And this is the virality of love. Folks started liking the video, clicking the video. Thousands and thousands of people. Before we knew it, we knew the video would go viral because the phone starts ringing. And it was people angry at me. Because some people don't know that four-letter word, joke. And of course, and some of us on the left are so reactionary sometimes. I'm getting called from civil libertarians, all upset at me that I violated Conan O'Brien's civil rights. If you don't have something better to do than to defend the civil rights of Conan O'Brien, and so then I recommend you never do this. You never ever do this. Do not tick off the TSA, okay? Because that's government run amok. I mean, and so the TSA was so, I think, upset with us that this is 1,000,000% true. They put a clarification on their website that mayors in America do not have the power to ban airports. And so now I'm feeling good, smug satisfaction that things are working for me now. Everywhere I'm going, traditional media, old media is following me around, asking me why I banned Conan O'Brien. And we know we're getting millions of people now that are carrying this story. And by the way, it's earned media for the city of Newark. My city, which had a bad reputation, now people are seeing it in a different way. And so next thing you know, Conan O'Brien responds on The Tonight Show. He plays my video to his 2.5 million people. And on top of that, he actually does not relent like Pharaoh in Egypt. His heart was hardened. And he basically says, by the power invested in me by my studio audience, I'm going to ban Cory Booker from Burbank Airport. Now, we're all from Jersey, most of us at least, but I need to inform you, for those of you who do travel to California, know what I'm talking about. That's not a big deal to be banned from toxin called testosterone. And when I saw him do that to me, Cory Booker, damn it, decided to up the ante. So I go back to another video, ban him from the state of New Jersey. He then goes and bans me from the state of California. It's just a big deal because I've got family out there. And this fight escalates. It's now becoming one of the top downloaded stories on like CNN's website. It's the Cory and Conan kerfuffle. And before you know it, this I feel very guilty about, one of the most powerful people on the globe in charge of negotiating peace in war-torn areas on the planet Earth. One of the more busy people who ever held that position, the Secretary of State for the United States of America, filmed her own video, basically shaming Conan and I, and saying, Conan and Cory, give peace a chance. And I go on her show, on Conan's show, at the command and dictates of the Secretary of State. And what does Conan do on the show? He apologizes to me and gives me $100,000 for cherries in New York. My point is this. We're about to get into a conversation about all the Michigas, this is African American term, all the Michigas in the United States government. But I just want you all to remember that you may not be a senator or a president or a mayor or what have you, but right now you have powerful potential to change the world. And in fact, your generation has tools that my parents' generation didn't even have. And that's, if anything you can walk out of tonight, whenever I talk about the issues you want to talk about, but I hope we get into it, college affordability is ridiculous, it's something we want to address in the Senate, and I say we, many of us in the Democratic caucus, whether we want to talk about foreign policy issues, whatever we want to talk about tonight, I'm looking forward to getting into it. But please, when you leave here, recognize the fact that this democracy desperately needs you. Desperately needs you. You cannot afford to have people sitting on the sidelines. Democracy is not a spectator sport. It is a full contact participatory event. All right, let's go with questions. And I need to give up the mic, right? Oh, I can do it over style. I'm going to do a go to South Korea, film a video, not Gangnam style. Over style. Yes, sir. Over here. Come to me too. We can meet halfway. All right. What's your name, sir?
Farab Shah.
Farab Shah.
Yeah.
Mr. Shah.
Hi. There's no.
Don't touch my mic. You think people touch Oprah's mic?
There's a lot of people in the media that talk about mental health issues, and I feel like there's not enough attention in the national media where mental health comes into focus, because there's been a lot of mass shootings throughout the past couple of years, and we always do a focus on the shooter. We don't talk about mental health. How do you bring that into the national media? How do you bring that into
I love it. So Mr. Shah is 100% right. Look, so first of all, we have a lot on our books that aren't being used as well as later. So let's go to Virginia Tech. When we had the shooting there, Virginia, was not putting the names of people. There were people in their state that because of mental health issues, were not legally allowed to buy guns by the current laws that we have, but they weren't being put into sort of national system such that they would be, if their background check was done on them, if they went to buy a gun in New Jersey, that they would be frozen. I think don't quote me, it's not a great number, but I think the whole state, they might have had 19 people entered into that database. So the first thing is to get full participation for those people that are already out there that are having, that have mental health issues that make them a danger to be able to acquire a weapon. So that's something that's just enforcing the laws we have right now. The second thing is there are a number of senators working on legislation that would not only help to expand and exclude the avenue for people when they have mental health so that we can make sure that they're not getting guns and reporting requirements, but also, more importantly than all this, is to make mental health treatment more available in this country. And so that we can be out there working to help other people who are sick and do need help to make sure that they have the resources they need to get better.